quick segue.
Nice.
I used to live in Encino, California. Okay, and I lived in this house. All right, and one day I was roommates with Marlon, my cousin. We were editing. It was like 2 a.m. and all of a sudden you hear from the back door. Okay. The thing was, we have like a security light that comes on whenever it detects motion or whatever. It was off. First off, it was off. Okay. We looked at each other. We were like, wait a minute. Hey, maybe for the next episode, we should just talk about all my horror stuff. Because that might be a thing. Because, like, you know how, like, murder and, like, whatever is, like, popular podcast series? Well, I have a lot of haunted stories for you. Anyways, we checked the back door. We heard the knock. And all of a sudden, we went back. No one was there. Okay. The light was off. It turned on automatically as soon as we opened the door. Then we looked out. We was like, oh, shoot. All right. Never mind. Okay. So that was probably the first time something scary happened in that house. Okay. Fast forward, like, you know, like a month later. I was in the house alone. This is when I started the channel, Guava Juice. So I would be at the house by myself. Marlon would be at like acting class. So he would have acting class until like 3 a.m. So it was like 10 p.m. at the time. So I was like editing a video. And all of a sudden, I heard knocking from the attic. The attic was in the hallway right outside my room. It was like a loud thump like this. Like, I was like, oh. I thought it was an earthquake, but it wasn't an earthquake, so I went up there. I looked up. I was like, nope. And then I texted the landlord, like, hey, the house is making weird stuff, or weird noises. Do you know if there's like a raccoon or something, like a rat or whatever? And then the landlord was like, well, you should talk to your neighbor about the occurrences that happened in that house. I'm like, wait, why don't you just tell me? So we don't know. I don't know. I was too afraid to ask. So till this day, I still do not know what happened in that house. I'm assuming someone died there, first off. And the spirit just lingers around the property and making weird noises. Yeah, I mean, hey, if you guys want like a haunted podcast series, I'll be glad to share all my haunted stuff. There's a lot of stuff happening. You know, in the Philippines, I went to the Philippines like a year ago. There was a haunted house that my dad doesn't like going to in the neighborhood he lived in. We like visited my mom's house because my mom's house was next. It's literally like next to the haunted house. And then my dad looked at the house and I was like, what? And then he was like, oh, I don't like that house. I never liked it. And then my mom was like, yeah, he just doesn't like the house. He doesn't like going in the house. I'm like, you know me. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna explore. So as soon as like, because the house is like next to the street, and then there's like a light post or whatever with the light. As soon as I took a step, that light post, the light, it just shut off like. I was like, all right, I am going. Okay, I'm not going to this house. So I'm like, all right, anyways, that's. You have any haunted stories?
Not a haunted story, but like real life.
Save it.
Okay.
Okay, no, say it. I'm interested. I can't do that.
You know, cannibals?
Yeah.
So.
What? Wait, where's this going?
It's more of like a story that I was in Boy Scouts when I was younger, and one of the like leaders, I think he was in the military or something. So it didn't happen to me personally, but it's like real life. Like this is like real like danger stuff. When he was in the military, and he was stationed somewhere in Mexico. They had these perimeters, and they were like 10 feet like high. Like the walls, 10 feet high. Yeah. And then there was a time when some of the soldiers started getting were missing. They slowly disappeared, and they slowly realized that there's like footprints like on the walls. Like there's these like
on the walls.
Yeah. And later they found out that it was actually like these tribal like cannibals that like they feed on human beings. This is like real life stuff. This is not like not like a ghost thing.
Yeah, I know.
But,
That's
but
even
it's still
scarier.
scary. But it's still scary for me.
So you're saying they walked on walls?
Like they would like they're just like bigger or something, and so they would like climb. No, not like a scary movie like walk on
Oh.
walls. They would like
Okay.
they would be like ninja. You know, like a ninja climbs on walls. Like they would like
Okay.
parkour.
And they eat the people?
Yeah, because they found some of the bodies.